I couldn't live away from the river now, because I've always lived near it, and I'm more interested in it now than I've ever been. Because when you're younger, you don't really notice things as much, and it's got its own thing going on that's, peculiar to it.
When you go away from it and you leave it, you live somewhere that's very beautiful, very countrified, magnificent places, but you end up missing something. It's when you come back and you realise what you've been missing is the sea.
I think it's of great benefit to us. Yes. We'll talk about the sea breezes and yes. I like living near the sea, yes. In fact, we've always lived quite near the sea. We've always had houses near the water.
I love to see how the sky is reflected in the sea, whether it's the colour of the sea or the rolling clouds just moving across that big expanse. They just fit together really well.
I commune with the river quite a lot, actually, because I live right near 2 streets behind it, so I'm always looking at it. Space, you can't build on that. It's always going to be there, that sense of freedom and space that you don't get inland.
I think that unmistakable salty seaweedy smell always takes me back to those good times that I've spent on the beach. Hearing the seagulls and some of the smaller birds, again, those unmistakable sounds just remind me of times when I have just stopped and been able to listen and look around and take in what's going on around me down by the beach.
The smells are familiar. You can smell when the tide's out, and you have to have grown up by the sea to appreciate that. I think if you don't live by the sea, you don't like it. It smells like quite pongy, but I like that smell. Gives me a sense of well-being. But I love it. You're breathing it in, just like you feel, oh, that's better.
Got the smell of cockles shells rotting. Yeah, that's an evocative smell. Brings back a time when nothing really mattered. It was all just on the day.
And it's for me it's just it's like a lung and a heart. It's everything, and it flows and ebbs in a way that nothing else makes you feel like that. Looking at it, and you can go to the Amazon and go anywhere else, but I think that's more majestic. It's the most majestic river I've ever seen, and I've seen the Amazon. It didn't really do much for me, but the Thames Estuary, where it meets the sea, is so extraordinary and ever changing and eternal at the same time. I wouldn't say insignificant, but kind of I think things matter less when you're absorbed by it when you're staring at it. When the sun sets in the west and you look to the east, it lights up the coast right along to Herne Bay. You feel like you can see forever. It's amazing. You get that sense of freedom and euphoria as a result. That's why I need it, really. I need to be near it because I don't ever take it for granted in that sense, because it's a part of who I am. Do you know what I mean? The thing about the river, it never lets you down. Do you know what I mean? It's so you can set your clock by it. Literally, it comes in, it goes out.
I often find that when I want to get away from things and maybe just relax or take a bit of time for myself, then going to the beach, sitting there, feeling the sand in my fingers and just watching the waves just repeating and rippling, just can be really calming and can just help me just to find time away from all the madness of every day. I love to watch the birds on the foreshore, the little ones that are running around so busy, and just in some ways it looks so out of place for them to be on a sandy beach, but equally you can see that they're just at home there. The huge expanse of it on one hand can just open up the horizon and make you feel that actually this is bigger.
Countryside I can tame. Countryside I can see the horizon. When you step onto the coast, no. Different mysteries. Totally. Really love it. Can't. It's deep within you. Either you're somebody who loves the coast or you're somebody who just doesn't want to know.
Well, when it's rough, when the water's rough, sea was rough, wind, but it wasn't harmful, it was invigorating.
Seeing the repetitive nature of the waves repeatedly coming in, breaking, going out and just repeating over and over again, and just give that sense of rhythm and purpose. I love to be on the beach when it's quiet, when there's space for my thoughts. Often at the end of a winter's day when there's a vivid sunset going down over the horizon and there's bright colours, some of those have been really special times.
But it can be incredible on a cloudy day, on a winter's day. It can go nearly black. It's incredible to me how many colours the river can be. You know, it can go from like turquoise to black to green. You know, and I don't really understand why, but it's all about the light on the water.
Well, it makes me feel whole. I am part of the Thames.